Missy, isn't it about time you understood my mother better? I've been telling you this for a long time, but why don't you understand?
What are you talking about? You know I can't do this anymore with your mother, don't you? Do you know how hard I've been trying?
Don't say that. If you tried harder, I'm sure my mother would approve of you. Try to step up a little.
What do you mean, try harder? Be specific. You don't even know how I feel. Do you really understand?
If you change, things will change. So why don't you just try?
Why should I be the one who has to try? Why should your mother do nothing? I think your mother should change a little too.
Mom is getting old, and I think she just needs a little more patience. If you listen to my mother, you'll do better.
I don't believe that. She's always trying to get me into trouble. Tell me what good things will come out of it.
It's because you're not trying hard enough. If you accept my mother's words and follow them properly, things will go more smoothly. Our family will be more peaceful.
You're all talk, but show me a concrete way to do it.
For example, the recipe for the meal Mom mentioned, or the way you clean the house. Why don't you take it more seriously? Mom would love that.
And your mother would approve? Do you really think so?
Yes, I'm sure she would. If you work hard, she'll see it. It may take some time.
But if you ever blame me for it again, I won't put up with it anymore. What will you do then?
I understand. But I think now is the time for you to do your best. Try again to get your mother-in-law's approval, as my wife.
I understand, but this is really the last time. Unless your mother changes, I won't be able to do it anymore. You should be prepared for that too.
I understand. I'll have to separate from you because you couldn't do it. So, you'd better get it right this time.
What? That's not what I mean. Kyle, what's going on here? I haven't heard anything. Something unbelievable is happening right now.
What? Did aliens come here?
Don't be silly. Why is your mother moving to our house?
Huh? What is it, Missy?
Where are you now?
My parents' house? I'm just packing up my mom's stuff to take it over there.
Huh?
It's going to take a while, so I asked my mom to go there first. She hasn't had lunch yet, so why don't you make her something to eat?
That's not what I meant. You're packing? Don't tell me you're planning to live with your mother in our house. I'm firmly against it.
What? Why?
You know, I stopped going to your parents' house because your mother snubbed me. You know that. And yet, you suddenly let her live with us without consulting me? This isn't okay.
Oh, well, don't be so crabby. It's already been 6 months and Mom has already forgiven you for your selfish refusal to visit.
What?
Besides, this is your chance to be accepted by my mother, so you'd better start working hard from today.
You've got to be kidding me.
What the hell?
I don't want to live together.
Huh?
I categorically refuse.
Like that again, trying to be selfish? I forgave your selfishness last time because I thought it would cool you down for the time being. That's not going to happen this time. My parents' house has already been sold.
You sold their house?
If you refuse to let her move in with us, you're putting my mother out on the street. No matter how much you two don't get along, can you do such an inhumane thing? Now that my father is dead, there's no other place for her to return to, right?
That's the way you want to play it.
If you still refuse to take care of Mom, we'll have to get a divorce.
Okay, let's get a divorce.
What?
I'm going to get the divorce papers at the city office.
Wait, Missy.
Oh, your mother has been asking if lunch is ready yet? Maybe you should buy her something.
Why don't you stay there with her and help her get settled?
I don't want to.
What?
If I do what you and your mother say, she'll think I've agreed to live with her. Just be thankful I'm not forcing her out.
Missy?
What I am preparing now is not my mother-in-law's lunch, but the divorce papers. I'll ask you to fill it out immediately when you get back.
Are you really going to divorce me? What would we do without you?
That's your problem, isn't it? You don't deserve me.
I didn't think you were such a cold person. Missy, where are you? Why are you being so stubborn? Didn't you promise me that you would listen to my mother? Did you forget?
No, I haven't. I've done my best since then.
I know, but you really went out without Mom?
I'm already back and I'm in my room. And I'm working from home.
Huh?
You're on your own for dinner. I bought my meal at the store, so I'll eat in my room.
You know what? What are we going to do if you're so uncooperative on the first day you're going to start living with her? We are a family, and you know that we need to compromise, right?
Do you think you have the right to use the word compromise when you're the one who forced me to live with her?
I mean, but seriously, did you really get divorce papers?
Yes, I did. Of course I did. You saw them in the living room, didn't you?
Even your name's already on it.
Please fill in your name quickly, too.
Okay. I see your true character.
Huh?
If that's what you want, fine. Fine, I'll put my name on the divorce papers. But you're the one who's going to be sorry in the future. You don't know what you're doing.
Just go ahead and write it already.
Yes, but I'll tell you one thing. You think you can live on your own. You can't do anything without my support.
You think I can't live on my own? That's just an assumption. I've been on my own all my life.
You say that, but in reality, you're living on my salary, right? It's an illusion that you can make it on your own.
I know you like to think so, but in reality, I make enough money from my own work. I wouldn't have any trouble at all without you.
Then let's see where that confidence comes from. Let's see what happens to you after the divorce.
Fine. I'm doing just fine on my own. What about you? Are you going to be able to keep your job?
Don't worry about me. I have my own way of doing things. I don't care what you do.
Okay. Then let's get this over with for the sake of our mutual future. I don't want to waste any more time.
Missy, I'm reporting.
Yes?
I know it makes sense for you to contact me. But I'll be the adult, so I contacted you myself. You should be grateful.
What are you talking about?
The divorce papers, I filed them with the city hall.
What, really?
Yeah, that's right. I guess you thought threatening me with divorce papers would make me stop living with my mom, but you were wrong.
I didn't think you'd actually turn them in.
You didn't think I'd actually do it, did you? It's a little late for you to be panicking now.
Do I feel like I'm panicking? I feel rather refreshed.
Listen, divorce papers are not something you use to threaten someone. In case you're too dumb to know that.
Yeah, I know, but...
What?
You went ahead and did it. You saved me a lot of trouble. Thank you. Now we can start fresh.
Huh? You were seriously planning on getting a divorce?
Of course I was. It's much easier to be alone than with you. But there's also the matter of property division, so it's better to have a lawyer come in.
A lawyer?
A friend of mine introduced me to a lawyer, and I'm supposed to consult with him soon. It will go more smoothly if I leave it to a professional.
Oh, you were that serious?
Yes, I was. Since you ignored my feelings and tried to force me to move in with your mother, this was the only way.
But it's too late to regret it now. It's none of my business how you're going to live your life from now on.
Don't worry. Rather, I'm looking forward to the rest of my life. I'm sure it will be more fulfilling than my married life with you.
Now's the only time to be confident. After the divorce, you'll have to do everything on your own.
I'm prepared for that too. I've always believed I could do without your support.
You're really full of it, aren't you? It's not that easy when you're actually on your own.
I'm trying to be realistic. Shouldn't you be thinking about your future too?
It's not about me. The question is how you're going to live your life.
I don't need you to tell me what to do. Well, I have a meeting I have to go to, so we'll talk about this later.
Hey, we're not done talking yet. I'm texting because I had something I wanted to say to you.
What?
I'll tell you what. How long are you going to stay in this house after we're divorced? This house is mine and my mom's. Get out today.
What are you talking about? Get out? Who's asking me to get out?
Of course I am. We've been divorced for a long time now.
You're staying?
This is my house and my mom's house. Get the hell out of here.
This house has already been sold.
Huh? Sold?
Why are you surprised? I explained it to you properly when we talked about it with the lawyer. I told you that since we are divorced, I want you out of this house by the end of this month. And that if you continue to stay after that, I will take legal action.
Huh?
Don't you know? This house is in my name, inherited by me from my uncle who had no children.
Yeah, I heard about that before we got married. But when I married you, I changed the name of the house to mine, didn't I?
Huh?
You forgot. My mother told you to. A wife should devote everything she has to her marriage. That's why this house should be in my name too.
What? Was she serious about that?
Huh? Don't tell me you didn't go through the procedures to change the name.
There's no way I would agree to such a crazy demand.
You really didn't do it?
Naturally, because there is no way in common sense that you would simply hand over a house for such a reason.
Seriously?
Ah, so that's why. So you did something stupid by moving in together without asking.
Stupid?
My mother used to say that, in this day and age, there are more and more women who are financially independent. She said that the number of families in which the mother-in-law and daughter-in-law are equal, or in some cases, the daughter-in-law is stronger than the mother-in-law is increasing. So, if such a bride comes along, if you try to bully her, they will fight back tooth and nail.
So what?
That's exactly what's happening right now, isn't it?
But you know what? You work from home. You're not even making more money than I am, and you're living on less after the divorce.
Oh, really? I make almost 3 times as much as you.
3 times?
I was making a little less than you when we first got married, but as I worked more and more, my salary gradually went up. That's how I earn a lot now.
Seriously?
I mean, aren't you unemployed now?
What? Why?
I've heard that the company you worked for went bankrupt 4 months ago.
You found out?
I had told you about my friend at that company, so why did you think I wouldn't find out?
Oh, that's right.
So, when are you planning to leave?
Oh.
Your parents' house where your mother used to live has been sold, hasn't it? Then you'll have to rent or buy a new house. By the looks of it, you're not searching for one?
Because I didn't think we were in a position where we had to leave.
I want you gone by the end of the month, so you only have a week left.
1 week?
If you can't find another place to live, I'll just have to ask you to leave, okay?
Don't say that. I don't even have a job yet. If that's the case, you're the one who needs to provide me with a job and a house where I can live with my mother. If you can do that, I'll leave whenever you want.
You'll leave when I want you to leave. I don't have a choice. I'll call that guy.
That guy?
You're the one who forced it. Don't complain later. I won't take any responsibility.
Hey, Missy, what's this?
What is it?
Don't pretend you don't know. You definitely did this, didn't you? I know what you did. Be honest with me.
So, what is it?
What's that black van parked in front of the house?
It says it's the Penco Group.
Penco?
They're a famous civil engineering company in our hometown, and you know them, don't you? The president's daughter was in my high school.
Wait a minute. The daughter of the president of a civil engineering company was in your high school? No way. Sarah Penco?
You knew her?
We went to junior high school together.
Huh, I knew we were from the same hometown, but I didn't know there was such a connection. I told her about you and your mother's current situation, and she put me through to her father, the president.
President Penco?
Yes, that's right. Once you start working, he'll arrange for you and your mother to move into company housing.
Wait. Please don't call the Penco Group. I can't believe I'll be working for the Penco Company.
Though, among us, they were called the Penniless Company, because only really desperately poor people worked for them.
Either way, it's seriously uncool.
You're the one who told me to find you a job.
But...
I told you not to complain.
Oh, my mom got in the van because of the handsome guys in the pickup squad.
Haha, was it true what you said about your mother having a weakness for good-looking men in uniform?
It's not funny.
See? You can't let your mother go alone.
Ugh.
Get in the van quickly.
Damn it.
Besides, if you work for the Penco Group, you can expect a steady income and you can advance too.
It's rumored that work there is tough.
Still, I'm doing this for your sake. Your mother will be taken care of.
But there's no way I could do a job like that.
I don't know what option you have. I said I wouldn't be responsible for you, didn't I?
Missy, help me out.
What? Did you get in more trouble?
No, I can't do this anymore. I can't work in a place like this.
What are you talking about? You haven't even started.
Maybe you're right, but I can't take it. Ask your friend to do something about it.
Ask my friend? What are you asking me to do?
Ask them to get me out of here. I can't do this anymore.
But that won't solve your problem. What are you going to do? Quit your job?
You're the only one I can count on.
It's your problem. You have to solve it yourself, don't you?
But you can't help me anymore? If you don't help me, I'm really screwed.
What do you want me to do?
If you provide me with money and a place to live, I can make it. Please help me.
Huh? Does that mean I have to take care of everything?
That's right. You're the only one I can count on.
But that won't change anything for you. You'll just keep doing the same thing over and over again.
I know, but I really can't right now. I'm desperate. So please, help me.
Well, I don't think I can do that. Because even you didn't listen to my wishes. You started living with your mother on your own, didn't you? And now you're asking me for help just because it's not convenient for you?
That's not true.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm not that understanding of a woman. I want nothing more to do with you. So you can stay with the Penco Group for the rest of your life.
Missy, Don't be so cold. We were a couple, remember? We could live our lives caring for each other.
What kind of talk is that? Anyway, I will block your number after this.
Missy, wait. Let's talk about it. If we discuss it for a while, I'm sure we can find a solution.
Well, goodbye.
Missy!
After that, it seems that my ex-husband is struggling with the physical work that he is not used to. Every day, he is exhausted from carrying heavy things and doing physical labor. My ex-mother-in-law has been a housewife since her marriage, but now she is forced to do clerical work. Answering phones, filing documents, operating computers, and so on. I heard that she is working with tears in her eyes because she has no experience at all in any of these things. Both of them are being trained militantly by senior employees every day. They both whine every night, "I can't take it anymore," and "I can't live like this." But this is the path they have chosen. It's something they have to do in order to survive, and I'm not going to reach out to them. My work is going well, and I'm working on a new project. I have more time to enjoy my friends and spend time by myself. I'm thinking about finding a new hobby in the future.
Nicole, you're keeping something from me, aren't you? What do you mean? Don't pretend like you know nothing about it. Honoria, what's wrong? Why did you say such a thing out of the blue? I heard that you're pregnant. Our values are just too different from each other, and I can't take it anymore, so I want you to get out of my life. Don't you ever show your face again. Please stop joking. Did you ask Carson about my pregnancy? I wanted to tell you myself. You don't have to give birth to that baby. Pack up your stuff and leave as soon as possible. What's the matter with you, Honoria? I've only been married to Carson for 6 months. I was against it when both of you got married. I didn't want my son to have a wife like you, because we don't have the same values. It doesn't matter if you've been married for 6 months or a year. I know you were against our marriage when we met each other for the first time, but your husband was happy. He said that I'm a lovely wife for his son, and now that I'm actually living together with him, I'm enjoying it. Maybe not for you, but for me, it's a torture. The food you make tastes awful. You can't even clean properly. You're useless as a wife. Please don't say such horrible things. I'm going to be a mother too. I will work harder from now on. I won't be able to sleep because the baby will be crying in the middle of the night. If I don't have enough sleep and become unwell, are you going to take responsibility for that? For your information, I hate children. But you gave birth to Carson, didn't you? I don't think that you hate children. That's why I only gave birth to Carson. My husband wanted to have more children, but I refused. But people say that grandchildren are special. I'm sure you'll change your mind and will think that they're adorable. Huh? You think the baby you're going to give birth to is cute? That's absolutely not true. What are you going to do if they have eyes that look like acorns? You don't have to worry about that. Acorns or not, I'm sure they'll be cute. Do you have any idea how stressful it is to live with someone you don't like? You need to think about my circumstances too. I understand that it must be a little bit stressful when you're living with other people. But as time goes by, I think we can gradually become a happy family. Stop it. I hate you for being a positive thinker. Positive thinking is my greatest talent, so it can't be helped. Listen to me seriously. I don't think I can share your values anymore. You are going to leave this house, okay? As soon as possible. I don't want to do that. I'm pregnant with a child of my beloved husband. He's the love of my life. Why should I leave? I want to give birth to this baby and live a happy life together as a family. Well, if you won't listen to me, I won't give you any mercy. Prepare yourself. What are you going to do to me? I won't stop my attack on you until you decide to leave. I'm pregnant, so please be merciful to me. I refuse. Honoria, are you serious about what you just told me? You talk too much, you know that? I'm going to make you regret that you disobeyed me. I'm Nicole. I'm 27 years old and I'm working as a manicurist. 6 months ago, I got married to Carson, who is the same age as me, and we moved in together at my husband's request. My mother-in-law is a bit cold, but I felt that she is not a bad person. My father-in-law is a very nice man, and I can get along well with him. I was excited to give birth to my baby here, and I thought it would be even more fun. I never imagined that my mother-in-law would say something horrible like that. She only speaks to me when necessary, and I don't know what she's thinking about. But I know that she is not a bad person, so I am very shocked when she was being rude to me. In fact, she was serious and attacked me in every way she could to get rid of me. I sent all your stuff back to your parents' house. What? Why did you do that? When you come home from work, not a single piece of underwear will be there. No makeup, no change of clothes, nothing. So you don't have to go back to this house anymore. What have you done, Honoria? My parents live in Texas. Of course I know that. It's too far for you to go and get some things back. Maybe I can stop the delivery if I call the delivery company now? I'll give it a try. Which delivery company did you use? I won't tell you. Honoria, you've gone too far. It's terrible. Just because you don't like me, you didn't have to do that. Buy the plane ticket for Texas and go back to your parents' house. I told you to get out of this house as soon as possible, didn't I? I'm pregnant. I'm definitely not leaving. What? Stop saying the same thing over and over again. I can buy new clothes, underwear, cosmetics anyway. I have more than enough to live on for now. I already know you're going to say that. I won't let you win. I'll fight back for the sake of my baby. I don't care about that. By the way, how can you fight back if you can't enter the house? What do you mean? I changed the locks. I can't believe you went that far. You've crossed the line. My husband is staying with a distant relative for a memorial service, and Carson is on a business trip and won't be back for 3 days. No one will help you. Please, give me new keys. I'd rather give it to a thief than to you. Why did you do this to me? Do you hate me that much? I told you we don't share the same values. Do you like cockroaches? I've never seen anything like that before when I was little. So when I saw one for the first time, I was impressed. What about snake? I don't like snakes. That's what I mean. I don't understand. You don't want to live with a snake every day, do you? Absolutely not. Me too. Are you telling me that I'm a snake? I feel disgusted whenever I thought about it. To me, you are the same as a snake. It's shocking that you just said that to me. How rude of you. Will you get out of here? I understand. Don't tell anyone about this. If you dare to tell my husband and son that I kicked you out, I'll haunt you for the rest of your life. But I have to tell my husband. I can't just leave without telling him. Just tell him that you don't like him anymore or that you have found another man. You can say whatever you want. It doesn't matter. I don't want to lie. Oh, really? If your parents' house was on fire or something, you'd be sad too. Are you threatening me? Threat? How insulting. It's just a metaphor. I had no idea that you are such a horrible person. I'm scared of you. Is that so? I feel better now. Tomorrow I'll have my peaceful days back. I see. Don't make a fuss about child support since it might not be Carson's child. The child will be born and raised safely. I don't need your help with childcare. Oh, well, that will be great. It's none of my business anymore then. Thank you for your support until this day. Hurry up and go away. Honoria, we need to run away. Huh? Anyway, just take your phone and wallet and leave the house as soon as possible. What is this all of a sudden? I don't get it. Are you telling me that you haven't gone back to your parents' house? We'll talk about that later. Just hurry up. Do you understand? There's a cab on the corner to your right as you exit the house. Get in it right away. I don't know what you mean. There's no way I can do that. You're going to run away from your husband and Carson with me. What? I know everything. Who told you? Just hurry up. Your husband is coming back. Okay, wait a minute. I'll get ready soon. Did you get in? Did they find you? I hope you're okay. You didn't get caught or anything, right? Please reply, Honoria. I'm fine. I'm inside the cab now. Thank God. By the way, where should I go? Your daughter's house. What? Your daughter, Stella's house. How did you know about her name? I've been keeping her existence as a secret. Tell me, who told you about Stella? I met her yesterday in front of my house. Did she come to our house? I told you to stay away from her all that time, didn't I? I heard everything. I couldn't believe it. She said that she had been beaten up by her own family members just because she wasn't a male heir. That's why you helped her, right? Yes, I let her go. From the violence of my husband and Carson. She's my precious daughter. That's what Stella said. She said it was terrible. My husband could only think of women as nothing more than livestock. Carson, who grew up watching his father's back, thought the same way and used to beat me and my daughter together. It was really bad. Why didn't you just divorce him? I had never worked, and I wasn't sure I could survive on the outside world. Even if I left the house with Stella, if my husband and son found me, it would be the end of our life. So I thought I'd at least protect Stella. That's just too much. I did my best to protect Stella until she graduated from college. I made her spend as little time at home as possible with her club activities and part-time job. I was the target of my husband and son's abuse, but I was happy since I could protect my daughter. Honoria, that's too much to bear. I put on a show with my daughter. The day she graduated from college, I yelled at her to get out and I kicked her out. I pretended to insulate her. By doing that, it's just natural that no one knows where she lives and how to contact her. In fact, I barely kept in touch with her. I was worried about her, but I couldn't let my husband and son find her. You did the same thing to protect me. My phone is strictly monitored by my husband. I used a payphone to call Stella. I can't believe I have to sneak around whenever I want to keep in touch with my own daughter. We are mother and daughter. Even when I received a call from the wrong number, my husband would suspect that I was cheating on him and beat me up. What would he do to me if they found out about Stella? It's terrible. I can't forgive him. To that man, anything was good enough reason for him to get his hands on me. The shower isn't hot enough, the toilet paper was out, and he would kick me every time he has a chance. I was his sandbag to release his stress. I thought he was a kind man. It's unbelievable. But then you came along.
Yes.
It was the same with me. My husband was nice to me until the baby is born.
Why is that?
Because he wants a male heir. Besides, women put their children first, so they can't get divorced easily.
Indeed.
If you gave birth to your baby, you'll go through the same suffering. And if my grandchildren suffer from the same thing, just thinking about it makes me feel that I want to faint right away. You are your parents' precious daughter, and I can't let my husband and son hurt you. I had to make sure she managed to run away. That's what I thought.
So it was your true reason. It wasn't because we have different values. You should have been honest with me from the beginning.
Let me ask you this question. Will you believe my story when you saw those two kind men laughing so peacefully every day?
No, it might have been impossible. That's how kind your husband was.
He's amazingly good on the outside. Everyone tells me what a wonderful husband I have. On the outside, I think so too.
What about Carson?
Maybe he's a victim in a way too. But the fact that he and his father verbally abused me and hit me together is unforgivable, even though he's my own son.
You didn't scold him?
If I did that, he would immediately report it to his father and I would just get scolded.
Seriously? I never noticed. I think I'm not a good judge of men.
It's not your fault. He's wearing a perfect mask to hide his true personality, so there's no way that anyone can see through it.
It's too much to bear. I feel sad.
I'm really sorry, but I'm glad it turned out this way. Carson will probably turn on you someday. Before that happens, you should run away from him.
But still, you lied to me to let me run away.
If I told you the truth, you wouldn't have run away alone since you were worried about me, right? That's why I didn't.
I won't leave you behind, Honoria. That's why I'm still trying to get you to leave that house.
I appreciate your kindness, but I'm going back home after I see my daughter. I think my husband and son will go crazy with me gone. Then they might drag you back in too.
What are you talking about? Now that I'm gone, you are their only target.
That's why. As long as I'm their only target, they won't mess with you or my daughter. It's enough for me alone to suffer this.
I won't let you sacrifice yourself for the sake of me and Stella.
I'm used to it. As long as you girls are safe, that's all that matters. I don't plan to live long either. And if I can be of use to someone, I can at least feel that my birth was worthwhile. Anyway, just run away with Stella.
Don't give up on life yet, Honoria.
What?
You are still 60 years old. There are many fun things to come. You can even see your grandchildren. As long as you leave that house, you can find a way to be happy. Let's think about being happy.
Nicole.
Stella is waiting for you. Take your time and talk to her.
Where are you now?
I'm going to get rid of the main villains. I need to talk to you guys.
Where are you, Nicole? I've been searching for you since yesterday. You went out without telling us. We were worried sick about you. That's right. We called you many times. We even searched the whole neighborhood. You should at least call us.
Silence.
What did you say? Do you have any idea whom you are talking to? That's right. You shouldn't be rude to Dad. What's with you all of a sudden?
I told you to shut up, villains. Both of you use violence against women to take control of them.
What do you mean?
I know everything. I can't forgive you people.
Don't tell me it's my mother. Did she tell you everything?
I don't know.
It's got to be that old hag. She let Nicole go, just like she let Stella go. She's always doing things she doesn't need to. What a stupid old hag. Looks like she hides our toys again.
Huh? Toys? What do you mean?
I was going to take good care of you until you gave birth to a male heir, but that won't be necessary anymore.
I'm not giving birth to your male heir.
That baby is mine. Give the baby to me after you give birth. I won't let you have the baby.
I won't let a psycho like you raise my child. Never. The child will be unhappy.
If it's a boy, I'll definitely risk my life to get the baby back. He's our male heir, you know.
But first, both of you are going to jail.
What? Are you crazy? Don't make me laugh. You got any proof? I check my wife's phone all the time. There's no videos or pictures. Too bad.
I have a medical certificate and a testimony.
Testimony? Whose testimony? You didn't see what happened. Don't be so sure.
It's your neighbors and your daughter Stella. You can't run away anymore.
Stella? You know where she is?
Even if I knew where she is, I won't tell you.
Dad, it's bad enough for us if Stella is involved. Two of them and two of us. You and I have higher social reputations than they do, son. Don't worry about it.
Huh?
Oh, I see. You're right. That's my dad. Do you understand, Nicole? No matter what you do, it's useless.
Don't be silly. Are you guys blind?
What?
I wrote neighbors, didn't I? Don't you know what that means?
The neighbors heard someone screaming from our house and that's about it.
You know that there's a reclusive shut-in living next door, right?
I think his name is Martin or something. He's an overweight guy whose age is over 40 years old.
He was a die-hard fan of Stella.
Seriously?
Anyway, let's put his perversity aside for a moment and get back to the main point. He was snooping around that house all the time until Stella entered college.
No way.
Every time I hung the laundry out, he'd look at me, and that's quite creepy. But when I asked him if he'd seen anything fishy in the house, he told me everything. I guess he felt guilty about stalking Stella.
Who's going to believe something from a shut-in like that?
If it's a testimony, maybe, but he has solid proof. Instead of reporting him to the police for stalking, we were able to get a large amount of videos from him. It's more solid evidence than anything else.
You're lying.
It's not just Stella. There were many videos of Honoria being beaten. You guys are really terrible. Do you know what you've done?
Dad, I think this is bad. Carson, calm down.
You guys are toast.
How much should we pay you?
Huh?
You want money, right? I'll buy those videos from you.
Do you think I'm a materialistic woman? I don't need your money.
Don't act tough. I know that all you want is money.
Don't think you can just run away after making your wife and daughter suffer.
I fed them for free. How can they be suffering? They should be thanking me.
I don't know where you are in the social hierarchy. I'm going to drag you down from there, so be prepared. I can't let you villains get away with this.
You aren't capable of doing that. Just obey us and give birth to a male heir.
What if the baby is a female?
We only need a male heir.
I'm sorry, it's a baby girl.
Really? No kidding.
So you don't want the baby, right? You just said that you only need a male heir, didn't you?
I thought it was a baby boy.
Too bad, it's a baby girl.
That's enough. Ditch that woman and find another wife, Carson. Yes, I will, Dad.
I won't let you do that. You two are going to be on the top page of morning newspaper as the devil father and son in spectacular fashion. Prepare yourselves.
Don't report us to the police. That's right. Listen to your husband, stupid wife. Hurry up and give us that video. Apologize now and I'll let you off the hook.
You're the one who should apologize. Well, I don't think apologizing is enough anyway.
Hey, Dad. Shouldn't we just apologize and get the videos? We'll be in trouble if we don't do that. Idiot! A gentleman does not apologize easily.
Well, I need to take Honoria to the hospital, get a medical report, and then report to the police. I'm going to be busy.
As for Stella's case, the statute of limitations has long expired. It's been 10 years since she left.
You're wrong. It's only been 9 years. You can't even remember the day your daughter disappeared, can you? That's just unbelievable.
Well,
as for Honoria, her wounds and bruises are fresh, so you guys are totally toast. I have plenty of evidence.
Hey, you stupid wife, stop it. You'll regret it in the end if you dare to report us to the police. Dad, don't be hard on her. Let's just apologize. No, my pride won't let me. You don't want to get caught, do you? I'm not gonna get caught.
Yeah, whatever. I'll make sure that both of you get arrested. Police arrested both Carson and Jasper for domestic violence. When the police came to the house, Jasper was shouting like crazy. He was still being proud of himself even under such circumstances. I laughed when the shut-in neighbor shouted back, telling him that Jasper was just a section chief at a small company. Martin, you did a great job. Stella has decided not to charge Martin for stalking her in the past, so there was no blame to be placed on him. I made Martin write a written pledge not to do the same thing again to Stella. My mother-in-law and I have asked for a lawyer and are proceeding with the divorces. Honoria, who's now completely free from her husband and son, has decided to fight and will testify in court. It's a natural thing to do. May the pain she endured for nearly 30 years be repaid. Now, Honoria and Stella are living together. I asked my parents to send my stuff back to me, and now I'm living near Honoria and Stella. They are reassuring me that they will take care of me after the baby is born. By the way, it was a baby boy. Carson and Jasper are going to be so disappointed. I'll never let them see him anyway. Sorry for texting you all of a sudden. Don't get surprised. Are you Miss Caitlin? Yes. Who is this? Oh, thank God. I'm glad I was able to reach you. I wasn't confident remembering your number. I'm so happy. I'm your daughter, Amanda. Amanda? Mom, it's me, Amanda. Help me. If I don't do anything, I'll... Your account name is different. Are you really Amanda? What? The account name shows Jake. Are you really Amanda? I'm sorry for texting you suddenly. My phone is hidden, so I can't use it. I'm borrowing his phone right now. Your phone is hidden? What? By who? Why? By my mother-in-law. Sarah did that? Why would she do that? Anyway, I've been worried about you, really. Hey, did something happen over there? Actually, she has been controlling my phone for a long time, and I haven't been able to text freely. My father-in-law happened to leave his phone at home today, so I thought today was the only day I could reach you. I'm texting you with my heart pounding. Controlling? What is that? That's awful. Why does she have to keep such a close eye on you? To prevent me from asking someone for help or telling anyone about what's being done to me in this house. Isn't it scary? Help? What the hell is she doing to you? You haven't called me in 10 years since you got married. I've always wondered how you were doing. I had no idea this was happening. I wanted to call you, but she wouldn't let me. She told me that after I'm married, I'm not supposed to go to your home anymore. Of course, I couldn't go home, so actually, it's been very hard every day. I wanted to see you. I was worried about you too, so I called you several times. But she once told me that it was rude of me to call her so often. I couldn't say anything back. You also said you were fine and doing well, so I couldn't talk to you. She made me say that too. She hates it when you call me, so she told me to tell you not to call me anymore.
Amanda, what's going on? Tell me everything.
Well, she makes me work every day without a break, like a slave. No one helps me. My father-in-law, Tom, no one. It's so depressing that I want to run away from this house.
A slave? Are they making you work that hard? You mean you work at a farm?
That as well, but I'm also made to do every chore. I feel like I'm a housekeeper.
Every chore?
Everyone wakes up early, so I have to get up before them and make breakfast. I get up at 4 a.m. to make breakfast because I get scolded if I don't make enough. After that, I do everyone's laundry, clean their rooms, and take everyone's lunches to the field. While they are working, I prepare coffee and snacks and help out in the fields and come back to make dinner before everyone comes back. Father-in-law and Tom take a shower first, and as soon as the bath is finished, I serve them wine with dinner. I sit with everyone until they finished eating, and then I clean up the mess by myself. I'm not allowed to eat with them because I'm a wife, so I have to eat the leftovers in the kitchen. Then I make the bed for everyone, and finally, that's the end of the day. If I couldn't do all this by myself, they wouldn't let me sleep in my room. I can only take a shower after everyone. I guess I'm just grateful to be able to take a shower.
What the hell? They make you do all those things? That's not a wife's job. That's worse than a housekeeper. It sure is a slave.
But she says if I can't do them, there's no point in marrying her son. That's what a wife is supposed to do. Mom, is that true?
That's so prehistoric. What about Tom? He doesn't say anything?
He says I'm not trying hard enough to understand her. What she says is absolute. That's all he says.
I can't believe it. Unbelievable. What is that? It's like you are under house arrest. I can't believe that Sarah is making you do such terrible things. I thought Tom would make you happy. I didn't even think that this was happening.
My mother-in-law, she looks nice outside, but inside our house, she's completely different. She's an amazingly different person. Tom always follows to her. Tom's brother and his wife live with us, and I have to take care of them too. I can't take this anymore. I want to go home.
Amanda, are they at home right now?
Nobody's here. They're all on a trip right now.
Huh? On a trip? What do you mean? Did they leave you behind?
Yeah. She said I'm not recognized as a family member yet because I'm a wife. A wife's job is to take care of the house, so when I can do both housework and work, I'm a full-fledged family member. That's why I should stay home and take care of the house, doing all by myself.
Oh, so no one's coming home today?
No, they said they'll be back tomorrow evening.
Okay, Amanda, get ready to leave that house now. Make sure you bring what you need so you don't have to go back.
What?
I showed your dad this message and he said he'll drive to pick you up. He's mad than ever. Of course I am too. Anyway, we're on the way right now, so just wait for us.
Now? You're coming to Texas? By car? That's like 6 hours away.
We don't care about that. We can't sit and let our daughter get hurt like this. Besides, if we're going to help you, it's better to help you when no one is around. Now is your chance. We'll be right there. Just wait for us.
Okay. Mom?
What?
I'm sorry I haven't called you. And thanks so much.
What are you saying? Why wouldn't we? You are more important than our lives. You are our daughter. That won't change even if you grow up. All right, wait for us. Hey, Caitlin, can you please answer this phone? What's with this note? It's insane to enter someone's house without permission while they're away and do this. That girl is ours. Give her back now. We brought our daughter back last night.
She's been through some pretty rough times. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? She's sleeping peacefully now. Huh? What are you talking about? Don't be dumb. What's up with you, Sarah? My daughter told me everything. Everything you made her do in your house. I trusted your family and sent my daughter there. But isn't this terrible? I made her do everything? Seriously? Don't make me sound like a bad person. She was talking about housework, right? But it's normal for a wife to do housework at home. What's so terrible about it? You've crossed the line. She said she only eats leftover food, and you make her eat in the kitchen. My daughter is not a servant. Oh no, of course not. She eats 3 meals a day, and we eat together. Caitlin, you're worrying too much. Don't say weird things. That's not how she looks when she eats 3 meals a day. She's too thin. What would you do if she collapses when you make her do all the housework while she's so wobbly? Sarah, you're evil. God, that's why I didn't want her to contact you. Huh? I have her phone to protect my family harmony. But that sneak thief, she searched around my house while we were away. I'm sorry, Caitlin, but you failed at parenting. To be honest, I'm disappointed. Huh? Kids these days, whenever they have a bad day, they immediately tell their parents, like it's all our fault. They don't have patience, or maybe they just don't have guts. They're so weak and annoying. I'm trying to be kind and taking care of her so that she can fit in. You don't even get it? To fit in? Is this how you treat her? It's like you're treating her like a slave. If you really want to deepen your family relationship, why didn't you just go on a trip together? Making her stay home alone? I can't believe it. You are treating her like a slave, not allowing her to spend money and time freely, and forcing her to do all the chores. Ugh. What are you mad at me for making her stay at home? You're a doting parent. But no choice, right? She's almost like a parasite. Even I can't afford to take a parasite on a trip. We're not that wealthy. A parasite? Even though you make her do all that work? How can you say that? It's only natural for a housewife to do them. I've done it myself. What's wrong with making her do what she needs to do? I heard that you even make her prepare your underwear and pajamas after you take a shower. Where did this noble family come from? It sounds like she's your servant. And you even make her take care of her brother-in-law and his wife? I can't believe it. That's because now that we have more people in our house, she has more time. It would be more fun if we all lived together anyway. What difference does it make if we have 1 or 2 more people to take care of? You're getting too involved in other people's business. Even though you're her mother, it's annoying. She belongs to our family now. When you marry into a family, it's only natural that you should work for that family. I wish you would stop being so stingy with other people's family. It is natural to cooperate and support each other. But it's absolutely wrong to put everything on my daughter alone, isn't it? And to make her so exhausted? Huh? It's called training! Don't you understand? You were a bride once too, right? I've explained everything. So can you give me back Amanda? Her work is piling up and it's really annoying. She'll have to work harder than usual. No, I won't send her back there anymore. I'm afraid her life is in danger. I'll also proceed with the divorce. This is her will and also our will as her parents. What? What are you saying so selfishly? How can you allow such a thing? What about our housework? There will be no one left to do it. We'll be in trouble. Why don't you do it yourself? You're a housewife too. You've been doing it for a long time. So 1 or 2 more people won't make much difference. Oh well, if that's what you think, then that's fine. I thought we'd get along as a family, but divorce? I'd rather prefer it. It doesn't make any difference whether or not I have that wife who's useless and a piece of shit. I'll find someone better for my son's wife.
You'll soon find out if it's the same without our daughter. You'll really be in trouble. But I don't want you to cancel the divorce, so I'm going to visit you today with my family. Amanda and your son will have a thorough discussion then.
You're so stubborn, even though it's your fault. You guys are just like each other. I don't care if you regret it later. Caitlin, can I talk to you? It's about Amanda.
Yes, what is it? We've already gone through the divorce proceedings and received compensation, so I don't think there's anything more to talk about. To be honest, I don't even want to talk to you.
Don't say that. Forget about the compensation. I already gave up.
It's not that you gave up. There was nothing else you could do, right? Amanda has been keeping a diary of how you and the family treated her. She hid it from you guys so that you wouldn't find out. You can't make any excuses. I don't know where she hid that worn-out diary. We have the hospital receipts too. I couldn't help but cry when I saw them. How could you put her in that condition?
That's...
An adult being so thin in this century, being treated so badly every day, it makes my blood boil even when I think about it now. What kind of family is it?
No, that was like an accent. You know, when you have an accent, it sounds strong, right? That's it. It sounded too strong for her, and I even let her eat. Anyway, I texted you today to ask you for a favor.
A favor? You don't deserve a favor from me.
Hey, about Amanda, can we have her here again?
Huh? Why?
Actually, since my younger son and his wife came to live with us, there's a lot of housework and I can't handle it anymore. I need help with cooking, laundry, and other chores. I can't do them all by myself.
What? Hey, my daughter and you have nothing to do with each other, right? What do you mean you want her help? There's no point in going there, right? Besides, that's what you've been making her do by herself, right?
You know, I'm getting old and things aren't as they used to be. My body doesn't move as quickly as it did when I was young. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Don't say that. Amanda should know about our chores, and since she was family once, I thought it would be better to have her here. We discussed it together yesterday and decided. So I'm sorry, but can she come home from tomorrow?
No. It's impossible for someone to serve people they hate and have nothing to do with. Even Amanda doesn't want to see you guys anymore. Don't use the word family only when it's convenient for you. Moreover, she's already divorced, so you are strangers. That's really unbelievable. Can you please not contact me ever again?
Hey, who do you think you are? Just because you're her mother doesn't give you the right to make such decisions. Why do you keep doing whatever you want?
I don't even want my daughter to hear about this. You're persistent.
Why don't you ask her? Tell her we'll even take her on a trip with us next time. She'll definitely say she wants to come back.
Do you think she will agree to something like that? That's not normal. You people have no idea how much she has been hurt. You know what? Tom told her that it was great that he didn't have to hear her nag anymore during the divorce. There's no way she would want to go back to such place. Please stop making fun of us.
Fine. I'll make him apologize properly. Then okay, right?
Huh? It's not about Tom. You apologize first. Well, that won't change anything though. I have nothing to talk to you anymore, so if you'll excuse me.
Wait! If you are same age as me, you should understand how hard housework is, and I'm doing it all by myself right now.
You have Tom's brother's wife there, right? Why don't you two help each other? 2 housewives are enough, right?
No, she's so uptight. She doesn't respect me. She's always on her phone when she's home. She doesn't listen to me.
What? Sarah?
Now is the time to hide her phone to protect the harmony of the house. You're good at that kind of thing, aren't you? Letting a wife use her phone all the time? That's not like you. Of course I can't. You don't know what she'll say. See? So you can use my daughter, who is kind and modest, but you can't order a strong-willed person who talks back to you like her. You are like a child who bullies the weak. You are the worst kind of person. I will never give you my daughter again. Wait! Don't say that, please! Please, help me! I'll give you our food for free, too! That makes it even, right? Don't ever contact me again. I don't even want to hear from you. We're not so poor that we need free food. As I imagined, my ex-husband's family collapsed soon. They had cut corners too much until now. Because I had worked so hard for them and they got used to it, they quickly became irritated by the fact that the housework was piled up and that the meals didn't taste good. I think we should never forget to be thankful even if we are family. Still, no one seemed to want to face the reality. My ex-husband and mother-in-law came to take me back to their house once, but my father turned them away with a scary face, so they never came back. Of course, I don't want to go back. I found out later that my brother-in-law and his wife had a gambling habit, and because of it, they couldn't make ends meet, so they moved in with his parents. My mother-in-law didn't know that, but I am sure that she invited those idiots thinking that it would be more fun to have more family members. I can imagine that they are having a terrible life by now. Well, not my business. I have found a new job and am starting my life over again. I would like to live my own life from now on. I am so glad I got out of that house. I'm thinking of repaying my parents since I owe them for saving me from that hell.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!